Not sure what happened there, guys. Sorry. It seemed like I got booted out of Streamlabs for some reason, but I'm back now, and I will keep an eye, make sure it is actually live and recording. How bad would that be if I was sat talking to myself for an hour? Right, so let's start again, because that has thrown me off completely. Yeah, if I sound a bit weird there, apologies. I've got a bit of a cold, so I'm fighting through that. I've got my ginger tea with me with honey, so if I sound weird, apologies. And yeah, if you weren't... well, this will be a completely new video, so I'll go through my rambles again, but I was playing Celeste the other day. It was really good. I've reached the summit, but my hands were starting to feel a bit achy yesterday, so I'm really glad to play a slow-paced game like Beacon Pines. I don't say slow paced is a bad thing, it's just a different type of game, you know? Anyway, we'll get right into it. Poor Luka, we've started the game and it's gone straight to weep. Bless. Aww. Luka?
Gran cooed gently from the hallway.
You slept straight through breakfast. Aww. If you're watching this for the first time and you haven't seen my other videos, or you don't know much about Beacon Pines, Rolo had a fight with his best friend last night, I guess. So he's in a bit of a mood, bless him. Having a rough time. Luka, you alright? I'm fine. Just don't feel like getting up yet. Okay. I'll leave this oatmeal by the door. I've got to run out and take care of some things. Okay. I'll be back later to check in. Sure.
Luka just wanted to be alone.
Aww.
He waited to hear the sound of the front door closing.
Poor kid. His mum's gone missing, his dad's passed away, he's got it rough. Oh, I bet Rolo's still gonna go to the festival. He's gonna be miserable. Not quite sure what we're supposed to do now. Oh.
Luka dozed off again.
He's having a proper lie-in. Luka, I see you didn't eat your oatmeal. Wasn't hungry. Well, just in case you get hungry, I'll leave a sandwich here too. Thanks. Rolo came by. What did he say? He wanted to talk to you. What did you say? I told him you weren't feeling well. Good. So your plan is to just sit in your room all day? Pretty much. Well, I need to pop away again for a minute. Oh, if you decide to end your pity party and go outside, I think it'd do you some good. Noted. Lot of sympathy there,
Luka
Gran.
still couldn't bring himself to go out. Besides, if he ran into Rolo, he'd have to actually confront the situation.
He's only 12. Guess we just... Oh. There's never anything interesting at the festival anyway. Ooh, I guess we gotta knock the book down. Oh. Come on. Hey. Try to knock the book down anyway. If I'm a bit dafter than usual, I'm blaming it all on the cold guys. Oh, what is this aim? There we go.
The Adventures of Hank Atomic.
The complete first volume.
Luka carefully opened the cover and began to read. Rolo had received it for his birthday. a special hardcover edition with behind-the-scenes commentary and bonus art. Rollo cherished it, but asked that Luka keep it at his house. Luka wasn't sure if it was because Rollo didn't trust himself with it, didn't trust his sister around it, or just wanted an excuse to come hang out at Luka's more often.
Aww.
Whatever the reason, Luka didn't mind. But it had stayed right there where Rollo had stashed it ever since. Now, at the foot of his bed, Luka lost himself in the pages. He'd read it all before, but at this moment, it somehow felt sentimental. He was well into issue number 5 when he heard soft footsteps from the hallway.
Luka? Another little friend came to see you. A girl named Beck Modewell? Modewell? I don't know if I'm saying that right. Close enough. She said she met you yesterday. What did she say? Is she here? She was just dropping by. I told her you weren't taking visitors today. Oh. She seems nice. Yeah. You had a fight with Rollo, didn't you? He's only 12, like, of course he's gonna be a bit immature about the whole situation, you know? He's actually, I'd say, quite intelligent for a 12-year-old. Can I come in? Maybe later. Alright then. This is technically her bedroom as well. I'll leave dinner on the kitchen table, in case you want a bite before bedtime.
Without realizing it, Luka had pouted away the entire afternoon. He once again felt the weight of it all, and allowed his weary eyes to close. Luka stood in a vast black expanse. He looked up at his father standing beside him. Walt was working a straw at the bottom of a fountain glass, trying to collect the last bits of milkshake. Dad, where are we? Taking a final loud gurgling sip, his father peered up from the glass. He jangled the straw playfully with a warm smile, then lifted the empty glass as if to point into the darkness. The source.
The source?
Luka's eyes followed his father's gesture. In an instant, he was sitting in front of a blazing campfire. Across from him sat a large figure in a yellow hazmat suit.
Oh no. Not this dude again.
The figure's voice was a scratchy echo. Well, if it isn't the man of the hour. Make yourself comfortable. Luka held his shivering hands over the flame to warm himself. It doesn't work that way here. Their yellow-gloved hand pointed to the base of the flame. It's a cold flame, see? Luka peered at the base of the fire. It wasn't wood that was burning. It was Beacon Pines itself.
Oh my god, what a horrible dream!
Tiny buildings, freezing and crumbling as they were consumed by flame.
Jesus Christ.
Luka could see small shadows moving in the burning city. People. Luka leapt to his feet. We've got to help them! The figure gave a dismissive wave of their hand. Why waste energy helping people who can't even help themselves? The figure bent down to examine the panicked crowd as they desperately tried to stop the flames. They only care about what's right in front of them. Not like us. Luka's voice was a trembling whisper. Us? The figure slowly stood up, grabbing its helmet with both hands. With a jolt and a twist, the suit emitted a gasp. A cloud of torpid mist escaped, slowly revealing the face within. Luka's own face looked back at him.
Oh my god.
Older, worn, distant. The sensation was oddly familiar.
What is this, like, literal 12-year-old, like...
As if he'd caught his own reflection by surprise in the mirror.
I mean, these streams have to mean something, right? Yeah.
The doppelganger smiled. I tried to help once.
Ooh.
He gestured towards his face. And all it got me was this. Luka staggered back. You aren't me. Luka felt a hand catch his shoulder. His father was there again, beside him. Every choice sets us on a path. This is the end of one of your paths, son. Luka watched his older self shake its head ruefully, its face twisting into a cruel grin. Welp, Dad, if you wanted him to see this, far be it from me to disappoint. Luka watched in shock as the figure took a confident step forward and plunged into the flames. In a flash of cold light, he was gone. What does all of this mean? Luka felt a reassuring squeeze on his shoulder. Just remember, why we choose matters just as much as what we choose. Luka woke up to see a hazy figure at the foot of his bed, silhouetted in the morning sun.
Mom? No, dear. It's only Gran.
Luka rubbed his eyes. The kind, concerned face of his gran came into focus.
How are you feeling? Fine. Anything you want to talk about? I don't feel like talking. That's just as well. How about you sit here and listen a bit? Whatever you and Frollo fought about doesn't matter. But he...
Gran silenced Luka with a gentle pat on the leg.
Fights between friends happen. What was said doesn't matter. The important thing is that it's not the last thing you ever say to each other. Ooh. I mean, dark, but true. It's like that saying, you should never go to sleep angry, isn't it? But he said stuff about Dad. Well, do you think he meant it? No. Rollo did go too far, but yeah, it was just the heat of the moment. Everyone said something dumb in the heat of the moment when they're angry, right? He was just mad, there you go. And did you mean any of the things you said to him? No. Good. One must appreciate friends in their best moments and accept them in their worst. Oh, that's a really good saying. I like that, yeah. Except. Now get your little butt out of bed. The festival's today. You don't want to miss that, do you? I guess not. Seems like a good opportunity to make amends with Rollo, doesn't it?
Luka gave a reluctant nod.
Yeah. So buy him a corn dog and apologise. That's the best apology. Food. And the best bribe, I guess. But he's the one that... What did I just say? Buy him a corn dog. That's a good boy. Everything's better with corn dogs. I need to get going now. Got some last minute festival business to take care of. I'll come find you at the fountain a little after lunch. Alright. I love you, Luka. Love you too. Aww.
Luka took a deep breath.
Okay.
Chapter 6.
Ooh. You know, while we're on a good talking point, so that dream, he was looking at an older version of himself. There was one of the previous, was it the previous video? One of them anyway. We ran into this little bully, this little lion kid. I think he was named Iggy, and it was on a different choice path to this one, but he got pushed by accident, obviously, into this strange, toxic, hazardous waste substance, and it was like one side of his face became like mutated, like he looked really old. He was a mustache, he was, wrinkly. So I'm wondering if the dream is referring to a choice path that we could take where Luka maybe falls into that toxic waste, but like completely, so it's not just one half of his face like Iggy. And I don't know. Maybe that's speculating too much. Too much of a stretch. Seems
Through thick and thin.
We'll see anyway. I'm just theorizing. Maybe if we make a different choice next time, Luca's the one that falls in. But we'd have to go back, and I want to carry on with this path and see how it goes. Oh, knock the mic, sorry.
Despite Luca's bitterness, Gran was right. He needed to hash things out with Rollo. A big fight changes the nature of a friendship. Whether, in the end, it is for the better or for the worse, all comes down to understanding.
Sorry, just had a sip of tea there.
If one is not careful, the same familiarity that builds the strongest of bonds can become the wrecking ball that shatters them. Luka emerged from seclusion, taking in the crisp festival air. But the events of the day weren't on his mind. He had to find Rollo.
The artwork's so pretty. Like, I love this style. Look at those trees, you know, this area up here. Oh, I'd forgotten about the dandelions, but look how pretty it all is. That's where its dad's buried. But that tree, and yeah, it's just gorgeous. And the way they do the background as well, I think it's really clever, because it always sets a tone and atmosphere. Oh, there you are. This is Roxy, Rollo's big sister. Rollo wanted me to tell you something. What is it?
Roxy rolled her eyes, shaking her head.
Sigh. A space adventure, though you needn't buy it. If ye be brave, go somewhere quiet. Roxy, I don't... It's a riddle, Luka. My goofy little brother wants you to find him.
Luka looked down and kicked at the dirt.
Look, I know you two had a fight. The only thing more annoying than my little brother is my little brother without his best friend. Ah. So I'm doing him this one favour. Now I need one favour from you. Whatever it is that went down between you two, squash it. Oh. Off she goes. I guess this is talking about the library. Space adventure, though you needn't buy it, so you don't have to buy the book, and if you be brave, go somewhere quiet. I think, anyway. Could be wrong. It's the first place that comes to mind. Unless it... the treehouse, maybe? Oh, okay, so that little liar guy next to the rhino is who I was talking about earlier, Iggy. And this dude is the dude that left us to die in that treehouse with the creepy clipboard man. Unique New York. Unique New York. Huh? Oh, don't mind me. Just warming up for my big ceremony speech. These guys are so shady.
Mr. Kerr pointed to his grinning mouth.
Gotta limber up the old gab box. You nervous? Well, heavens no. Well, break a leg. What did that say? Give me the gift of grip top sock. I've never heard that before. I don't know who Perennial Harvest thinks they're impressing with this ridiculous festival. Totally. The town's still falling apart. The weather's still cruddy. And this season's harvest looks like it's going to be worse than last year's. You said it. No amount of corporate pandering is going to change any of that. Exactly. But the lemonade at the drink stand over there does look pretty tasty. Fizz. Fitz? Fitz? Fizz? I don't know. I'm still going to be mad at them. I'd just rather be mad while sipping some delicious lemonade, so I'd definitely be the squirrel, I think, in this situation. Bug boy, how goes the beetle hunt? pretty rotten. I haven't seen so much as a XUVA? XUVA? That's my best guess, guys. And it's not just the beetles. This morning I couldn't find any critters at all. It's like everything that buzzes or skitters just packed up and left. I'm sure they're out there somewhere. Maybe all the commotion of the festival just spooked him. Yeah, maybe that's it. Oh, they're so creepy now after what happened last time. Welcome to our festival. Don't forget to come back later for Mr. Kerr's speech. And the Perennial Harvest Festival sign reveal. Excuse me, sorry. Fighting off that cold. Did you hear? After Mr. Kerr gives this big speech, they're going to have their first annual Biggest Catch competition. As long as the boot qualifies as a catch, I'm a shoe-in. Shoe-in. Oh, so bad. I'm just doing a little mini game, guys, because we got some new charms, so be interesting. Oh, I thought we got more than that. Maybe there's only a limited amount you can use.
Luka wrapped a twig of thyme around the hook.
Thyme. Herbs.
Some fish have refined taste.
Indeed. You gotta have herbs. Get that extra flavour. Here we go. Oh, no. I guess this is the last one then. It looks like there's only space for this one. Pocket watch? Property of Sharper Valentine. Figures. If he had his way, property of Sharper Valentine would be written on everything in this town. Should we give it back to him? He may not even want it back. The man's got a contentious relationship with time. It's ironic that he died then, isn't it? At the Foul Harvest. Or I think that's the timeline. We'll keep it here in case he ever wants to pick it up. Looks like we could use some new bait. What do you say we head out and find some more? Yeah, we've done all of them now. Oh. I still don't get the point of that. But it's cute, at least. That could make a nice, thumbnail, maybe? Starting to think about these things. Poor Mr. Pig. Ain't moving. If this town was on fire, like in Luka's dream, I bet we'd still see him sat there.
Jeff was staring into the distance with a wistful look.
Everything's fine. I mean, used to be fine. Just ain't right these days, you know? I really do, actually.
Jeff turned to Luka with a furrowed brow, then gave an understanding nod.
You do, don't you?
For a moment, the two now shared that same wistful gaze.
Let's talk to these bozos. Even, like, I know they don't have actual voice actors, but his voice noises, I guess you'd say, are, like, obnoxious. Ha ha ha, every single time. Yup. Oh. Ah, wait for it. Unexplained sound once again noted. They are robot people, like clockwork. What a bunch of drones. Yeah, we actually agree for once, Iggy. Haha. Do they do it again if you... No, they don't, okay. Off we go! Now, do I... Yeah, let's talk to them. A most welcoming of welcomes. Would you like to share your thoughts? No. No. Nope. Thank God. Oh, the newspaper guy. This is the first time I've seen this many smiling faces since the Foul Harvest. I had my doubts about Perennial Harvest, but I must admit they do put on a nice party. No. They are shady, okay? They literally hunted a child through the woods last time. Hi, Luka. How's Griffin doing? What? Oh, nothing.
Sorry all became flesh.
Just pretend I didn't say anything. Griffin? She, like, gives really ominous, sorry, my throat is a bit sore, so... But yeah, she gives the weirdest warnings from the book's paragraphs she reads out. Piper, you're actually taking a break from studying. I wanted to see what all the festival fuss is about. But I can't help but notice, you still brought your backpack full of books. Luka, backpacks can carry a lot more than just books. That's true, I always take a backpack with me. So what you got in there? Books. She's sweet. Luka, did you know that Beacon Pines is actually unincorporated? A lot of people don't know that. Wow, yeah, I didn't know. Oh, thank God. I was thinking, what does that mean? I was like, unincorporated. It means most public works are handled internally. We all do the pipelines. We do all the pipelines. The water treatment, building regulations. That's great. Census taking. Emergency services. Okay, so it's, it doesn't rely on the larger government, I guess is what it's saying. It's a completely isolated community, supposedly. Hey, Luka. So you're done at the library? Huh? Oh, nothing.
Griffin looked away suspiciously.
Nothing at all. I did have it right. We do have to go to the library. I don't know if it comes up on screen, guys, but I just got a Melon Kicker award. It just makes me laugh. I'm so immature. It's probably going to be like a little treasure hunt, but I do, like talking to all these characters. Yawn. I've got a question for you. What do you think this whole festival is for? The way I figure it, Perennial Harvest is trying to win over the town. It's not working. Like a bribe, but with balloons. Cynical, I like where your head's at. That's what I assumed at first too, until I eavesdropped on a couple of gossipy clipboards. What if I told you that this whole thing is really a special shindig for a super secret guest of honour? Who? I haven't dug that deep yet, but whoever it is, PH thinks they're a big deal. Interesting. No. I guess it's locked. It was a really cute little mini game where you had to make meals for characters last time. I was able to return the Perennial Harvest safety suit you borrowed. Oh. I don't think anyone noticed. Good. Now, will you tell me what you needed it for? That the yellow hazmat suit. It was a favour for an enemy of my enemy. This isn't going to harm Mr. Kerr, is it? All you need to know is that it's for the good of the family. Jesus Christ. She's, giving off psychopath vibes there. This is the, ancestor guy they were talking about. Kenda, or whatever it was. Yeah, here we go. Somewhere quiet, yep. Ah, hey buddy. Hey Luka.
Kato's eyes lit with excitement.
I've been expecting you. Bravo on deciphering the first riddle. Woo! The first. He's not impressed. Oh, you didn't think that was all, did you? Rollo does go all out, doesn't he?
Kato straightened up and cleared his throat as if preparing to sing.
Ahem. On planet Farpool, you may take issue. When the fifth king dies, you'll need a tissue.
Kato stared at Luka eagerly.
Get it? Want me to tell you? No, it's okay. Let me figure it out. Alright, when you find it, bring it here to be verified. And if you decide you want a hint, the offer still stands. So, it's a comic book issue. And the fifth one, I guess? I think last time the comic books were up here.
Luka grabbed The Adventures of Hank Atomic, issue number 4, from the shelf. Luka grabbed The Adventures of Hank Atomic, issue number 5, from
There we
the
go.
shelf.
That's the one we need. Woo. You found it!
Kato removed his book from the desk and replaced it with Luka's, turning on the lamp. As he slid the book under the purple light, 2 words glowed. The Adventures of Hank Atomic, issue 5.
God damn. Rollo is so extra. He's put so much effort in, bless him.
Luka clicked his tongue with recognition.
Rollo's cipher pen. Used to write secret messages everywhere with that. And only I had the special flashlight needed to reveal it. But I lost it. Well, apparently he traded Jeff for this purple light bulb. Parted, with his entire Halloween candy stash. Ah, Rollo. Now let's see here.
Kato began flipping through the pages, stopping when he hit a glowing word.
Get away with such a
He
grift.
continued flipping.
Only found in grub, cart.
Reaching the end of the book, Kato looked up.
That's it. Grift. You know, for a librarian penguin, little dude, he's not really caring much about the books being potentially like, oh god, what's the word? Graffitied all over. Not much concern there. Grub. Carts. Griffin. That's why Griffin was talking to us about the library. He wants me to go to Griffin's snack stand. Brilliant. I guess you're off then. Good luck on the rest of the scavenger hunt. Thanks, Carlo. We're just going to end up at the treehouse, aren't we? There's a little bird on top of the drugstore. Cute. Hey, Griffin. Did Rollo come?
Before Luka could finish his sentence, Griffin handed him a corn dog.
Excuse me, sorry guys. Ah, that's it. Bought and paid for, enjoy. I thought there was supposed to be a riddle or something. I'm just gonna have to have a sip of tea. Gosh. It's gonna be a short and sweet stream today, guys, because I don't know how much longer my throat can oh, it's a bit croaky still.
Luka shrugged, taking a sizable bite out of the corn dog.
Yuck! It's cold! Oh yeah, that's been sitting there for a while. Rollo wanted me to be sure to give you that one specifically. Well, that's just...
Luka tongued at his cheeks, feeling something rough between his teeth. He reached into his mouth and pulled out a slip of paper.
Yeah. Gross.
He shook off the bits of corn dog to read the slip.
A pickup when you need some pep. Near the fountain up the step.
Luka finished off the remainder of the corn dog.
Oh, you still ate it. This is getting to be a whole thing. Off he goes. So, Pep coffee shop. Must be up here. There you are, Luka. There's no way I'm actually doing this. It's way below my paid grade. Oh, come on, you big stiff. Let the kids have some fun. Fine. But Rolo owes me one.
Lumi waved his hands around sarcastically as he began.
What takes flight but has no wings? Your final task a friendship brings. See, that wasn't so hard. Look at those muscles. Ugh, I feel cheapened somehow. I think it's sweet. Good luck, Luka. This one actually has me a bit stumped, guys. What takes flight but has no wings? Oh! He's there! Balloons, of course. Hey! Hey! Did you find the comic book? Yep. And you got the corn dog? Yeah. Well then. I know it doesn't make up for what I said, but here, you earned this. Aww.
Rolo sheepishly handed Luka the balloons.
Thanks. You didn't have to go to all this trouble. I'm sorry I got so mad. Dang it. You were supposed to let me apologise first. Like, he's a good friend. Sorry. Now you've apologised twice before me. Just let me do this. Luka, I'm really sorry. With everything that's happened with your mom and all, I always wanted to be there for you. Aww. Be a good friend, you know? When you said you were hanging out with someone else, I kind of freaked out. Rolo. It's still my turn. I felt like if you needed some new friend to help you, it meant that I wasn't good enough. That was selfish and wrong. I was wrong. I'm so sorry, Luka. Okay, apology over. You can talk now.
Luka threw himself at Rolo, hugging him as tightly as he could.
Aww. Rolo, I don't deserve you. I don't deserve you either. Guys, these two are so sweet. That's why we deserve each other. So, what else do you want to do today? We could snoop around and try to find some info about your mom. Snoop where? Oh. We could probably sneak into Perennial Harvest HQ while everyone's at the festival. Aren't you curious about all the stuff those clipboards write down? What if we get caught? I think I've had enough excitement for 1 week. Let's just make the rest of today about us. Ah. Really? Yeah, the rest of the world can wait 1 more day. You know? I have been wanting to get some work done on the MCDC at Mission Control. The aim is a bit unpredictable. Sounds perfect. Ah, let's go! They're really good kids. Like, really, like, mature, actually, as well. Oh, can talk to him. Old Pickler's Pond. Oh, no, that's just a sign. I was going to say I thought I'd talk to everyone. Here we are. Mission control. I almost forgot. I ran into your gran this morning. She asked me to give you this.
Rolo handed Luka an unopened letter.
I'll wait for you inside if you want to read it now. A letter?
Luka, some things are going to happen that might be difficult for you to understand. If I am honest, I hardly understand them myself. But whatever happens, I need you to know that I love you.
I'm getting worried, guys.
None of this is fair to you. You have already lost so much. We both have. I wish there was a simpler way forward, but if there is, I haven't thought of it. God knows I've tried. Everything I've done, I did for you.
Oh. What? Sounds like she's gonna... well, yeah.
I hope someday you can accept that. Love, Gran.
This is getting weird. I love you too, Gran.
Luka folded the paper into his pocket and headed up the ladder.
What's up with the letter? Anything you want to talk about? Maybe later. Sure, whenever you want. So, she did say she had something special to do today. And we know that she's been passing secret notes to the grocery store owner and the cafe owner. Aw, look at them. You know, you really didn't have to go to all that trouble just to apologise. I know, but we've been looking forward to the festival for weeks. After I ruined everything with my big mouth, this was the best way to make sure you still had a good time without me. You're so sweet. Rolo.
Luka was at a loss for words. But that was fine. Words aren't always necessary.
The festival seemed nice. Was it nice? We can still go. Nah, this is fine. Well, there's always next year. I've got a bad feeling. I don't know why. After the letter and then this.
Sadly, this was untrue.
Oh! What?
A distant rumble shook the treehouse.
Oh my god. Huh? What was that? Oh man, we missed the fireworks.
It was not fireworks. It was something the boys couldn't possibly comprehend. Something as old and cruel as time itself.
What could... Oh, an earthquake? A rumbling? I mean... Oh! Oh my god! The big chill? What?
A shockwave of cold tore through the room. A bitter, unfathomable chill. Before they could react, it encased them in ice.
Jesus Christ.
Two boys, reunited by friendship, only to be cruelly separated by a malevolence beyond reason. And so, our story ends on this melancholy scene.
They're literally trapped in ice forever. What?
In a silent treehouse turned statuary, in a town brought low by its secrets, sits a pair of friends, alone, together. For the rest of time.
Oh my god. Guys, this is... I know I said that I got a bad feeling, but I did not expect this. Jesus, like... Oh no. Look at them. Just sat there frozen. Literally. Wow. What was... Is this what the Gran was talking about? Like... What on earth happened?
The end.
The end. Oh yeah, not that much else we could do in this one.
No, that can't be the ending. It simply can't. I won't accept it, and I hope you won't either. There are more endings, more possibilities. I can feel it. We are just going to have to sort through them all until we find the one that fits.
The good ending, hopefully. Oh, okay. We're back. Right, so Rumble led to an absolutely horrifying ending. Oh, I'm just gonna look through and see. Excuse me, guys, sorry. So we have break there. Tickle or flight? Ah. Oh gosh, there's so many options. I guess if we go the furthest one back, which is tickle, that makes logical sense. I don't know. I'm struggling to choose, so let's go tickle. Oh.
Well, time to bust out the tickles.
Hey Tish, wanna see something cool? Yup. Check it.
Beck lunged forward and began to tickle under Tish's arms.
What the? Tish, is she tickling you? Yup. Haha. Yup. Ah. Oh god. Hey, yup. I can't do that properly.
Tears began to form in Tish's eyes as she gasped for breath between gales of laughter.
Hey up. What? Oh.
Beck redoubled her efforts until Tish finally had had enough.
Oh. What just happened? I don't know. She seems nice. Sorry for the interruption. I think you were just threatening us.
Iggy's eyes darted around, a realization dawning on his face that he was now outnumbered.
I just remembered. I have somewhere to be. See you around, new kid.
Iggy kicked at the puddle before making his escape.
Oh! No, not Beck! Whoa. What a little creep. Beck, I think you got a little ooze in your hair.
Beck shook the ooze out of her hair as best as she could.
Is it bad? Oh, see? It's the grey hair. It's like her hair has aged. It depends. What are your feelings about having a more mature, refined look? Oh god.
Chapter 4. The Best Policy. Luka paused for a moment, catching his breath. He'd only just met Beck, and somehow he already managed to drag her into this mess. Hopefully he could make it up to her. But finding Rollo was his primary concern.
Yeah. So, last time, if we made the strange choice, Iggy was the one that got splashed with this horrible, toxic waste puddle. Which is the property of Valentine Fertilizer Company. Make of that what you will. Oh! Luka, what the hell are you doing out here? And why did a kid with grey hair just run past us in a panic?
Roxy and Fitz looked drained.
Ah, okay, so yeah, in this pathway, Rollo's still missing.
It was clear they'd spent all day searching.
That's Beck. I don't care who she is. What happened? We were just helping look for Rollo. Luka, I need you to start telling me the truth.
Roxy's temper could often be dismissed as the impatience of an older sibling. But this was the most intense Luka had ever seen her. Her eyes were wild and unfocused, looking straight through Luka.
We're running out of time.
In a torrent of rambled words and tears, Luka broke down.
Rollo and I weren't just playing in Weepwood yesterday. We were investigating lights at the old Valentine warehouse. But someone was there in a strange suit, and we hid in a dumpster and had a heavy bag dropped on us. And I think it was a body. So we ran, but we got split up. And I ran home, and it's all my fault. And now my best friend may never come back. Wow. Just wow.
Roxy, still exhausted and angry, softened briefly as her eyes hunted the ground in thought. With a determined sigh, she looked up at Luka.
It's not your fault, Luka. Rollo's gonna be okay, I promise.
Roxy drew herself up.
I'm gonna fix this. Luka, go home. But I want to help. This is too dangerous for a kid. I can't just sit around, I have to do something.
Roxy tried to think of the safest place to send Luka.
You go back to that little treehouse you two like to play in. Wait there in case Rollo, excuse me, shows up. Sound like a plan?
Luka wiped his cheeks and gave a quick nod.
You did the right thing telling me the truth. Now scoot. She's a good big sister. You really believe his story? What other option do we have? Things have been strange around here leading up to the festival. My dad has been acting weird lately. Well, weirder than normal.
Looking into the puddle, Roxy rubbed her arms to warm up.
Why is it so cold here? Oh, so... Right, okay. Yeah, the little... Everyone's been saying it's been cold. The little guy said the insects had disappeared. Maybe all the animals can sense that something's off with that big freeze thing. Or they can sense that it's approaching and they're all running away. Ah, they boarded it up. Where are Rollo's parents in this as well?
Mr. Nuncreed jumped with a start.
Whoa, don't sneak up on an old fella like that. I don't like him. Sorry. Who are you talking to? What?
Luka motioned to the phone booth.
Oh no. I was just checking because I thought I heard it ring. But the dang thing never does, of course. Yeah, I've never seen anyone use it, really. The whole thing's a waste of money, if you ask me. Any word from Rollo yet? Not yet. Why would you say that to a little kid? Long time for a boy to lose his way. Rollo knows those woods too well to get lost. I suppose you're right. Silly boy's antics have this whole town worried sick. Oh, what is this music? It's getting, yeah, intense. Antics? We all know Rollo likes to play his little pranks. Oh, you are a horrible dude. He's missing. You know. You think this is a prank? What other possible explanation could there be? He's not playing a track. Sorry, guys. He's not playing a prank and he didn't get lost. Someone took him, I know it. How would you know that? Unless... Luka, is there something else that you know?
Mr. Nuncreed gently placed one of his substantial hands on Luka's shoulder.
Dang it, boy, if there's something you know, something that could help your friend, you need to tell folks.
Luka peered up at Mr. Nuncreed. Kind eyes warmed a stern face. There was a deeper emotion hiding beneath it all. It was subtle, but Luka could sense something eating away at him.
Shame. Well, that's our only option. Let's see where it goes.
There was a shame lurking behind those eyes. A deep sadness. If Mr. Nuncreed was that worried about Rollo, maybe he could help.
Oh no. Yesterday, Rollo and I were messing around at the old Valentine warehouse.
Mr. Nuncreed raised an eyebrow.
Both of you? You were with Rollo. And he went missing. Oh god, no. Nope. This was the wrong choice! I'm telling you now! It was the wrong choice. Not exactly. I was hiding in the dumpster. The dumpster? What were you doing in there? At first we were just looking around. Then someone in a strange yellow suit came and dumped something on us. We both got scared and ran. That was the last I saw of him. He got scared by some garbage. Well, that's why you don't go skulking in someone's dumpster. But it wasn't garbage. I think... Don't tell him. I think it was the body. I'm sure it was just some trash. Oh god, was he the guy in the suit? No, there was a name tag. It said Deep Engineering.
Mr. Nuncreed's shoulders slumped.
I wish you wouldn't have said that.
A deep sigh bellowed from his chest.
Why did you have to... I tried, Luka. God knows I tried to keep you safe.
Luka attempted to take a step back, but Nuncreed's hand clamped down on his shoulder.
But you Van Horns just can't help yourselves, can you? We were all so close to being done with this.
With a firm shove, Nuncreed manhandled Luka into the phone booth.
What are you doing? It's out of my hands now.
The door latched shut with a mechanical hiss.
Shit.
As Luka pounded the glass, the floor dropped from under his feet.
No.
The inside of the phone booth was now a loose capsule plummeting at gravity's whim. Luka winced and pressed his hands to the walls. As he braced for impact, the capsule hurried to a surprisingly smooth stop. He felt a cold rush of air and opened his eyes with hesitance. Two large figures in hazmat suits occluded his view. Luka heard the deep, resigned voice of Mr. Nuncreed over an intercom. He knows too much. The end.
Oh no.
Wait. No. This isn't the end. I know there's still much more. Somehow this went wrong. Okay, let's try something else.
Wow. Oh, we... Poor Luka, and... Oh, it's died, like, twice. Well, I assume that something horrible happened to him there, because, you know, what other option is there? But, like, twice in about, 10 minutes of between two choices? Oh. This poor bloke. Right, so... So there's another branch now, so... Break. That's still the only option for that ending. Ugh, Jesus. MCDC. Okay, so we're getting up to an hour now, so I'm going to be finishing off. But just to, like, recap and say where we are for next time. So we got two options. So MCDC. Now, this is the pathway I was telling you about earlier, where Iggy, who's in the big coat there, he was the one who got splashed with the toxic, strange waste substance. And you can't really see it that well in that drawing, but one side of his face became really old and disfigured, and he was being chased by Perennial Harvest in the woods, by the clipboards. I just did quotation marks, even though you can't see me. And yeah, he went to the treehouse where Luka was, and they were surrounded by Mr. Kerr and the clipboards, and the fight option that we've already gone through basically resulted with the clipboard storming the treehouse, and that's where it ended. So it was a really, really bad ending. So there's flight now, an option for that one, where I assume they try to run away instead, which might be a bit more successful considering they're going up against an army. and weather. And this is where Luka ran into Beck and was hanging out with her. Rolo was waiting for him at the treehouse, but Luka's had dinner with Beck and her parents, and the rumble was the storm getting worse and Luka staying for longer. We got to know Beck a bit more and a bit of backstory about how much she's moved and the issues she had with the schools previously. So break, I assume the weather clears up and Luka can meet Rolo at the treehouse straight away. So if you are watching this and you fancy tuning in again next Sunday, and you think, oh, I really want to know what happens with break, or I really want to know what happens with flight, just let me know. Yeah, let me know what option you'd like me to start with if you have a preference. But anyway, wrapping up, I'll stop rambling now. I'm gonna go get some more tea, take some more cold and flu tablets. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. If you have enjoyed, maybe consider following me to be updated for when I stream next. This Wednesday, it's not... this Wednesday is my next stream. I haven't exactly firmly decided on what I am going to be streaming next. I think at the moment the placeholder I've got in is Echoes of the Plum Grove, which is a really cute farming game, but there's also like disease mechanics, and you have families, you can get married, etc. I'm not dead set on that though. I'm looking into other options. I recently got Duck Detective and The Last Campfire. All look really cute. I have actually played The Last Campfire before. It's one of my favourites. But so in short, if you enjoyed, please consider following, and my next stream will be Wednesday if you want to drop by. Okay, thank you very much, guys. Stay cozy and have a good Sunday. Bye.